So Brent Gove, bigger than life, my mentor, the man who helped me get out of production, the man who helped me become a true leader. He's a go-giver. He was the #1 RE/MAX agent in California and number 11 in the world. And right now, he has 22,000 agents in his organization. Let's get up on our feet. Get up on our feet. And welcome Mr. Brent Gove.
All right, hello. How you guys doing? All my safari buddies here in the front row. Great to see you guys. We literally just got off the plane and booked it over here, so it's great to see you. All right, quick question. We're gonna start with a test. You guys ready? How many real estate agents were in the Vancouver, BC area 10 years ago? Who wants to take a wild? Hey, good to see you, DK. Who wants to take a guess at that? Come on, raise your hand. Who's got? Okay, yes. How many? 10,000. That's a good guess. Anybody else? I'll get you 2 more. 8,000. Okay. Anybody else? 1 more. Yes. 12,000. 20,000. 10 years ago, there were 20,000. You know how I know this? I'm not from here. Siri. I asked Siri. I got some data. And 10 years ago, there were 20,000 agents in the Vancouver, BC area. Am I saying that right? BC, sorry, I sound like an idiot, okay? Hey, your sign fell apart. I can mess it up, okay? So I live in the Caribbean now, man. I had to get dressed to come here. I had no clothes. I had shorts, t-shirts, and sandals. I freaked out. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So anyways, I found something hidden in the closet, and here I am. All right, so here's the deal. 20,000. Do you know that was 10 years ago? Who wants to take a guess how many there are today? Real quick. 1 or 2 of you. 40,000. Nope, way too many. 15. 50. 29,000. It grew 35% in 10 years. You're depressing us. Why is he starting this? We have 29,000 competitors. Yes. Are interest rates low or high? They're high. Mr. Trudeau, he's the bane of your existence. It's all his problem you're suffering, right? Let's blame the interest rates. Let's blame Kevin Trudeau. Did I say his name right? Oh, God. I'm sorry. Definitely spent 4 years out in the Caribbean. I can make a lot of funny jokes right now, but I'm not going to. So what's his name? Justin. I apologize. Yes. And just think, I'm successful. This should give you hope, right? Is it Justin Trudeau's problem that you're not? Some of you are killing it. I get that. But a lot of people are suffering in this market. Interest rates are high. There's a lot of competition. I'm too tall. I'm too short. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm not outgoing enough. I don't know enough people. I'm new in real estate. And so one of my favorite quotes in the whole world is this. Write down. Ready? It's the first thing I want you to write down. If you remember nothing else I say, just remember this. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. I don't have a nice car. I'm broke. I'm scared. I'm fearful. I'm not outgoing enough. I can't because look, you win. Fine. You have sold me that you're going to fail. Stop talking about why you can't and tell me why you can. Now, if you're struggling right now, your vision's not big enough. If you are having a hard time right now, your vision is not big enough. If you focus on the problem, you'll miss the solution. And so today, I want to talk to you about how to kick your sales into overdrive in the next 7 days. In 7 days, I want you to be like jumping on top of like this morning when I left my wife, I kissed her, and I got to be honest, I was jumping up and down on the mattress at 6:15 a.m. Like, really? Like, you're going to tell us what? Yep, I was jumping up and down. Good morning, baby. You're so fired up. You're like jumping up and down. Your spouse will not like this, but it still feels good. She expects nothing less from me because I wake up excited. I go to bed excited because I paid the price. Write this down. Ready? You'll pay the price now or you'll pay the price of regret later. Either way, you will pay the price. Write this down. I will not live a life of quiet desperation. Not going to do it. Are you living a life of quiet desperation? Some of you are killing it. I get it. But I want to talk to those of you that are struggling. I want to talk to those of you that are suffering. that are in pain. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm here for you. I prayed about this, and I don't know if you believe in God or not. I do, but here's the deal. And I felt like I was sent here to talk to you about this, and I'm going to illustrate the point with the story. This is a story probably 500 years ago, a kingdom far away, and there was a beautiful king and a beautiful queen, and their wonderful daughter came of age, and he pulled together all the valiant men of the kingdom, and he's there in front of his castle with the giant moat, and it's full of, 18-foot crocodiles and piranhas and every horrible, wild beast you can imagine in that moat. And it's like 40 feet across. And he says, I want the bravest man in my kingdom to have my daughter. The first man who jumps into this moat and is able to swim across and make it alive, you get my daughter's hand in marriage. And everybody looked at each other, and they're looking at these giant man-eating crocodiles. I mean, it's loaded. Piranhas, everything you can think of. Fear, problem. All of a sudden, this one guy, boom, he's in. And he's like, bam, he's out the other side. I mean, no one's ever seen a guy swim that fast in his life. He jumps up. Everybody goes banana. They go crazy. They're cheering. And the king walks up to him, puts a purple robe around his shoulders. He puts diamond and rubies and emerald rings on his hands. He says, that was the bravest thing I've ever seen in my life. You, sir, may have my daughter's hand in marriage. Would you like to say anything to everyone? And they're cheering. They're going nuts. And he goes, yeah, man. Who pushed me? Who pushed me? And so I am here today to push you. I'm pushing you in the moat. Because here's the crazy little secret. There are no alligators in the moat. There's no crocodiles. There's no piranhas. What you think is so scary. How about this one? Face your fear, it'll disappear. Run and hide, it'll be magnified. You got to stare down your demons. My daughter jumped on a boat with me and my best friend and his son, and we went parasailing off the coast of Maui. And it was beautiful. She goes, oh, I want to go. And then she started taking off, and it just flew like a kite. I mean, you could barely see him up there. What we didn't know is she was bawling. She got scared. She was like 15 years old with my best friend's son, who was 15, and they kind of had crushes on each other. We thought, oh, this will be fun. It's cute. The two 15-year-olds to go parasailing. And we were working out the whole arranged marriage thing or whatever, And when she comes down, she's just bawling. She just lost it. She didn't know she had a fear of heights until she got on that. And it bugged her for years and years and years. Well, she's 24 now. I took her to Yellowstone last summer. We went to the Grand Tetons. We ride the tram to the top, and we meet two strangers. And they have parachutes, and they're tandem, and they run and jump off cliffs and base, whatever, right? Just like, whoosh, and they soar out 5,000 feet out over the valley. And they're like, hey, does anyone want to go with us? And my youngest daughter, Megan, who's completely crazy, 21, she's like, I'm in. And she suited up. And then she goes, come on, Sarah, don't go. Remember, this one's fear of heights? Sarah was just thinking about it. And it's just paralyzed her for 9 years. She's 24 now. Blonde hair, blue-eyed, looked nothing like me, pretty much mess up at the hospital type deal. But she's really sweet. But and she's, I'm going to do it. And they both ran and jumped off the Grand Tetons with complete strangers. Now you may be thinking, how could you do this? Are you a good father? You didn't know these guys? You know nothing about them. I have 8 kids. I got backups, okay? It's okay. Just calm down. I thought it through. I got 6 more. It's fine. 2 less mouths to feed. Anyways, I got it on FaceTime Live. It was awesome. And they had a great time. They lived. I would have told you the story if they died. I didn't tell you about the other ones that went bad. Okay? But here's the deal. You got to face your fear. You got to want it so bad you have a burning desire for things to change. You just keep wallowing in it. So here's the key. I'm going to help you with some breakthrough. Literally 7 days from now, I keep slobbering. That person left. They know about this. You're in trouble. It's the splash zone here, okay? I'll stay away from you till you're dressed nice. Not saying you're not dressed nice. But you look good, but no. I'm just kidding. I know Randy. I could tease him. So let me ask you a question. Just so I have an idea of who's in the room. How many residential agents are in the room? Raise your hand. A lot of people. How many commercial real estate agents are in the room? One, two of you. Three. My dad's heard this talk. That's my dad. Stand up, Dad. My dad flew up here with me. Jim Gove, everybody, my pop. He's awesome. He'll be 89 this December, and just wherever I'm going, he's like, I want to go, and I just bring him with me. It's fun, man. It's awesome. I love you, Dad. You're amazing. Okay, so by the way, I've been teaching agents that you are residential and commercial agents. You don't have to know anything about commercial, but when they say, oh, do you do commercial? Here's what you said, just like me for 20 years. Oh, no, I don't do commercial. I'm a residential agent. Just so you know, the buildings around here, these 10, 15, 20-story buildings, they sell for lots, and the commissions are millions of dollars. But you're not a commercial agent. People sell gas stations. They sell restaurants. They sell warehouses. They sell wineries. I've sold wineries. I know nothing about commercial, but I do know this. When people say, oh, do you do commercial? Absolutely. My partner, Paul Frank, and I do. All you need is a partner. It could be Cushman Wakefield. It could be Coldwell Banker. It could be EXP. It could be Compass, Sotheby's. I don't really care who your partner is. I'd pick someone who's not necessarily even in EXP. Because guess what? After you start giving them all these commercial referrals, they're going to do what? Want to be a part of EXP, okay? So now Paul Frank is with EXP. I just love the guy. He's 28-year pro, done billions and billions in commercial. And I said, absolutely, I'm a commercial agent. I specialize in the residential. My business partner, Paul Frank, is a commercial guy. It doesn't have to be in your organization. It could be anyone. It could be from another company. He's an expert at the commercial. He doesn't do the residential piece. I don't do the commercial piece. But what do you got going on? Well, we have this Taco Bell and a Carl's Jr. we want to get out of. We have multifamily we want to get out of. We have whatever. And so guess what? I've been teaching this. We're seeing referral fee checks of $180,000, $290,000, $520,000. Our largest one today was $1.2 million, just a 25% referral fee. You guys don't want that, right? I mean, it's obvious. I said, who's a commercial agent? Only 2 people raised their hand. So do you know that because they say, well, I'm in my forever home. Oh, would you like to buy one? No, I'm in my forever home. All right, well, if you know anyone who wants to buy or sell real estate, give me a referral fee and you leave. You ever say, oh, by the way, do you know anyone who might want to buy or sell a building or buy or sell a business or buy or sell a house? It's 3 things. Write that down. Buy or sell a building, buy or sell a business, or buy or sell a house. I've been teaching this. Oh my gosh. Your clients, the people you know, they've inherited restaurants they don't want to run. They've inherited dry cleaners. They've inherited 40 acres with a warehouse. They don't know what to do with it. They have no interest in it. They have restaurants they've inherited. I've met many people that have inherited restaurants. Their parents ran it for 40 years. They don't want to run it. They do accounting. And so guess what? There's like 3/3 of real estate. There's buying and selling businesses, buying and selling buildings, and real estate. You're only doing 1/3. So people started doing this. And here's how it works. Are you ready? When you walk up to somebody, you say, well, Randy, how you been? I knew you from the TIP or BNI or the Chamber of Commerce, or I sold you a home 15 years ago. I knew you from college. Do you remember me? You could literally say to anyone, and they go, oh yeah, how you been? Good. How you been? You still working at Sotheby's? Oh no, I work at Compass now. How's it going? I love it. Of course you do. But you call anybody about anything and say, hey, you don't know anybody who wants, I have a goal this much to sell 7 properties. Write this down, 7 properties. You notice I didn't say homes, I said properties. I said, nobody meets anyone who has a goal to do anything. And if they do have a goal, they keep it to themselves because they don't want to seem arrogant. But actually it takes you coming with your cap in your hand and an act of humility to say, I want to sell 30 homes this month or 30 properties. I want to sell 15 properties. You can't hit a goal you don't have. You know why you didn't sell 30 properties this month? Because you don't have a goal to do it. You know why you didn't sell 15 properties this month? Because you don't have a goal to do it. Things don't just happen. How'd you climb Mount Everest? The first guy to ever do it. I was just out walking around. Are you a wandering generality or a meaningful specific? Write that one down and say, I am a meaningful specific. I'm super focused. I know the target. I know the bullseye. So what is it for you? You could say, I'm going to sell 5 properties this month, 7. Well, Randy, let me tell you why I'm calling. I chat for 30 to 45 seconds. I don't talk to him for 10 or 15 minutes. It's real quick. I have a goal to sell 7 properties this month. Do you know anybody that wants to buy or sell a building, buy or sell a business, or buy or sell real estate, a house? You notice the house was the last thing I went to? 98% of you, that's all you do. And guess what? We are getting just massive amount of commercial leads on top of the residential leads. Would you be bummed out to get a check for $180,000 right now, would you? Because 98% of you are, by your actions, just saying you would. And so here's the deal. Tony Robbins, one of the premier coaches in the world for business, he says a massive action creates results. And so to illustrate the point, there's a gentleman, I call him the man from Toronto. He called me about 6 weeks ago. He says, I'm tired of my old company, threw him under the bus. Been in real estate 13 and a half years. I haven't made a sale in 6 months. And I call this part of my talk, the man from Toronto, and don't kid yourself. I said, really? And he says, yeah. I go, I haven't sold a home. Not a home. He goes, no. And I said, I'm going to tie it all in. And I said, okay, so you've been talking to buyers and sellers and nobody's bought, nobody's sold. He goes, that's right. 13 and a half years. I'm my old company. If I said the name, you'd all know it. So I'm not going to, but it starts with an R, ends with a X and re and an M in there. All right. So anyways, but, and I said, look, how many people you talk to? He's like, a lot. I go like dozens and dozens and dozens. And he goes, yeah. Like, and I'm wanting to get the number out of him. I'm like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. He goes, yeah. Kept saying yes. I go, well, I really want the number like 40, 50, 60. He goes, yeah. I go, let's take the high end. You talk to 60 potential buyers and sellers the last half a year and nobody's, he goes, that's right. And interest rates are high and the market's tough and buyers don't really want to buy. Sellers aren't motivated to sell. He's telling me all these problems, you know? And my old companies, they're just dated and they're famous. They're one of the most successful, you know. I wasn't going to tell you the name. In fact, I didn't, but okay, it was Remax. I know none of you figured that out. And I said, you know, they're old, they're tired, and he's blaming everyone but himself. I said, okay, so let's take the high end of what you said. Let's say you talk to 60 people. That means you talk to 10 people a month for 6 months. That's 60 people. Remember, this is the part I called don't kid yourself. I said, I can help you. There's nothing wrong with Remax. There's nothing wrong with Compass or Sotheby's or EXP or Coldwell Banker or Keller Williams. You're blaming everyone but yourself. So first note to self, everyone, take full freaking response. Sorry, Dad. Full flipping. No, I can't say that either. Take full responsibility for your actions, your life. If you blame anybody, your wife, your husband, your kids, your car, the economy, interest rates, the price of real estate, it disempowers you. Create your own economy. And so I said, here's what the deal. You're kidding yourself. Remember that part? You're kidding yourself. You think you're doing real estate? Tony Robbins says this, if you're in your head, you're dead. What do you mean by that? Talk to 10 people by 10 a.m., 10 by 10, and ask them, I have a goal to sell 7 properties this month. You don't anyone wants to buy or sell a business, buy or sell a building, or buy or sell a house, do you? Nope. All right, thanks, bye. Click. I don't even ask for a referral. Done. That's 1 down, 9 to go. 10 by 10, and then done by 1. 10 more by 1. Talk to 20 people a day. In 5 days, you'll talk to 100 people. In the next 5 days, I'm going to get you more than you did in a half a year. Slobbered again. I saw it. No. Here's the deal. When things start flying, it's getting better, okay? So here's the deal. You will do more in the next 5 days than you've done in half a year. You're kidding yourself. You're not doing real estate. You're thinking about it. You said you were at the office all day yesterday from 9 to 5:30. He goes, yeah. I go, what did you do exactly? You're confusing activities accomplishment. I want you to talk to 10 by 10 tomorrow morning and then 10 more by 1. Done by 1. You talk to 20 a day times 5 is how many a week? How many? 100 times typical 4 weeks. How many is that? 400 a month. Now you're cooking with gas. Now you're throwing gas on the bonfire over here by the bay in Vancouver. You're cooking with gas, baby. Now you're moving, because guess what? You could be too tall, too short. You could be fearful. You could say it wrong. But if you talk to 400 people in the next 30 days, you will kick bottom. You will kick bottom and take names. You will stumble over buildings to sell. You'll list wineries. You will have restaurants. You will have homes, you know? And I'm telling you what, you'll have zero financial problems if you have the guts, if you have the burning desire to change your situation. Or you could just sit there and keep doing what you're doing and keep getting the same results you're getting. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and getting a different result. So I said, here's the deal. You're going to come to EXP and leave Remax and fail at EXP. The problem is not Remax, and the solution is not EXP. It's not Compass. It's not Keller Williams. It's you stopping kidding yourself and going to work like a man, like a woman. You go cave woman, right? I was talking to the women. You never know these things. Anyways, you go caveman. You go kill something. Drag it home to the family and feed them. Sorry. Now, so here's the deal. I said, I want you to make a list of 200 names. I don't care how you do it. LinkedIn, past clients, people from college, high school, people from the Chamber of Commerce, old neighbors, people from Little League softball, hockey, people you know from hockey. Just make a list of 200 names. And if you don't do it by tonight, I'm never going to talk to you again. I'm going to coach you. You need coaching. You don't need a new company. You need coaching. Can I just be honest? I said, make a list of 200 names, show me you're coachable, and text me tonight and tell me you did it. He's okay. And I'm like, we'll see. Later on, hey, I made the list of 200 names. I'm like, okay, we got something. That's enough. He could do my plan for 2 weeks with those 200 names. And now some of you are like, well, what do I do after that? Don't worry about it. Just start. It becomes addicting. And so guess what? I said, okay, now what? I go, you're going to call 10 by 10 tomorrow. You're going to say, I have a goal. How you doing? How you been? Do you remember me? Yep, great. How you doing? You doing good? Hey, great. Let me tell you why I called. That's the pivot. And I go, I have a goal to sell 7 properties, 14 properties, 30 properties. Don't let me limit you. 50 properties. Why not sell 50 properties this month? The reason you don't do that is because you're just it's not even on the freaking radar. And so guess what? I go, just want you to just don't think about the next week. Just do 10 by 10. He did 10 by 10, got nothing. On the 13th call, he got a listing for 1.7 million. You know what they said to him? Gee, we were trying to find you. We couldn't quite remember how to spell your last name. We've been looking you up on Google. We couldn't find you. We were about to call Century 21 and list the house or whatever brokerage down the street. We remembered you. We haven't talked in 8 years. We were trying to find you. Come over and list the house. How many of you like to come list me for 1.7 million at 6%? Does that sound good? That's what he got day one. I don't care who you are, if you're this beautiful or not. But here's the deal. It is not magic. It is, what is it? That's so funny. It's motion. I drew a blank. That was hilarious. I've been doing pretty good. I'm like, oh, I forgot my punchline. It is not magic. It is motion. The reason you suffer, Seneca had a quote from 2,000 years ago. It is not because things are difficult that you do not try. It's because you do not try that things are difficult. People thought like you thousands of years ago. I'll say it again. It is not because things are difficult that you do not try. It's because you do not try that things are difficult. Trying is not talking to 1 or 2 or 3 people a day. It's doing 10 by 10 and 10 more by 1, 20 by 1, done by 1, 10 by 10, done by 1. If you do this, if you have the courage, the guts, the cojones, whatever you want to call it, right? The fire in the belly. You do this for the next week, all your financial problems will go away. You will have buyers. You will have listings on homes. You will have buildings to sell for your commercial partner. Go find one today. Well, who would I call? Google commercial agents, Vancouver. Call them up and go, how would you like my referrals? I'd like a 25% referral fee. You know what they'll all say? Done. And you will have a massive pipeline in 7 days. Thank you for having me. We'll see you tomorrow.